Why didn't you tell me that intermission was so good?
I look. First of all, you played the base game. I don't know what you were expecting. Like, unless you
uh,
really dislike Yuffie, you were only going to get more amazing.
I mean, you told me it was good. I just never played it.
Yeah, but by the way, I probably did tell you it was quite good. Hold on now.
Yeah, yeah. I finished it today. Or finished the
Mm-hmm.
story. That aspect. I didn't do any of the other like. The only really optional thing I did in intermission was I did beat all the Fort Gondor people that play Fort Gondor.
Right.
So Chadley was the last, and I beat him. That cheating little thing guy that doesn't exist, actually. Whatever
Thing guy
Chadley
that doesn't
is,
exist. Yeah.
whatever Chadley is. Um. But it only took me two
Bingo.
tries to beat him, so it wasn't that bad. Fort Condor
Well,
is pretty easy.
you did more than me. I didn't really do the side stuff. I wanted to. I just never did.
Oh, I didn't. I tested out fighting against Ramu in the VR mission. Yeah, that wasn't happening. I have no idea how you had. I could last like maybe 5 seconds against him. He
Wait,
does so much
wait,
damage.
what?
You can
Oh, interesting.
fight the summons in
No,
Yuffie's
Yeah.
DLC.
I'm aware. It's been a while. I'd have to go back. I think I did that though. And
Uh,
you sound like you were having much more trouble with that than I did. So I have to go back and
the,
see
coming
what
off
the
a
issue is
relink,
there.
coming off a
Yeah.
relink, which has, in my opinion, has perfect like action gameplay, like buttons. Uh, I remake does weird things, um, especially with the way Yuffie has to like guard dodge or whatever. You have to hold R1 and press circle to do any type of like parry dodging or anything like that.
Right. Right.
Um, Yuffie's gameplay is pretty good, but also it's gonna feel really weird when not having Sonon with you in Rebirth because they play off of each other very specifically, and so she's gonna play a lot different in Rebirth. I assume.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, to one degree or another, she kind of has to be. She loses a small portion of her kit with Sonon not being there. But
yeah.
this was this did feel kind of like a dry run for the combination attacks that we see
Mm-hmm.
all over the new Rebirth. Yeah.
Yeah, they seem like do
True.
more combo from what I saw.
True. All other characters you could probably hit R2 and it. You guys are like fight in
Yeah.
sync or something
And they
like
have
that. Maybe.
unique ones depending who it is. I mean, I really like
I
the shades with the
Yes, I was about to
Yeah.
say, like Barrett and Aerith both whipping out a set of shades is
Yeah.
amazing. I do love that. Also, that's great narratively because, and I don't mean to sound mean, but the fact that everyone's heartbroken over Aerith dying in the original game befuddles me because it's mostly just Cloud. He's mostly the only one who spends any great amount of time. I guess I guess also Barrett because he does leave Marlene with Elmira. Elmira,
Elmira. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's really it. So this is good because this shows connections being made, and
Yeah.
that severing is going to hurt because it's guaranteed to happen. I can't imagine they don't.
Is it guaranteed though? They're setting
It's
up a lot
certainly
of
not
things to sound.
guaranteed.
They're setting up a lot of
I
things that make it seem like it could not happen.
I think it will,
Well,
but yeah, it's not a
I think
guarantee
I think there's
anymore.
gonna be weird time split stuff.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Uh, the ending scene that you get in intermission, that's a long ass scene. That thing just kept going. I was just like, all right, it
Yeah.
fades to black, and I'm like, okay, it's done. No, another scene, fades to black, another scene, fades to black. I'm like, are we gonna stop this here?
We're just showing the breakdown of a little girl as she is horrifically traumatized. It's fine.
um, well, yeah, but I mean, I don't mean that scene. I just mean like
No, you
like
just
you
need
have
all the scenes that follow because it does keep
all
going.
it just keeps going, and then I think it
Yeah.
finally I think it ends with the Zach scene.
With
Either
him
that
getting
or
back to the church.
yeah, either it ends with that or it ends with them being right outside of Calm.
Yeah,
Which
I
is going
also
to be
remember
funny
with
because we're
them
going to get the
walking and the thumbs out. Yeah.
well the thumbs out the thumbs out's the first scene.
Is it? God, it's
Or
been
like
too long. I need to replay through it again.
the second scene or whatever. Because they ride in the chocobo cart all the way up to right outside of Calm, and then it starts raining. And then I think it goes to the Zach scene. I'm not 100% sure. Even though I just did it like earlier today. Yeah. I'm I guess kind of prepared for Rebirth now. I need to play the demo, but I'm not gonna do that until tomorrow. So, what else did I play? I did the story for Honkai Star Rail this week. I got through 2.0.
Are we actually recording? Sorry.
Oh yes, we are.
Good.
I
Guess we didn't do the hi, welcome to Perpetual Backlog.
I know, and I said I was gonna forego it this time.
Okay.
I was tired of doing
Just
it.
checking, just checking.
Not genuinely. Thank you anyway. That's a very good question you asked.
By the way, guys, Perpetual Backlog. It's a high number. Hit that subscribe button. There you go. Now I just wanted to get into talking. Yeah. Oh yeah. I played the Honkai Star Rail story. At least part one of like part one of like 3 or 4. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Penacony stuff.
Yeah, it's I have no idea what's going on in the story. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. It is so confusing. It is like the guess it is like playing Guess Who is what's going on right now. There's like I don't know who to trust. People are dead.
Cluedo, you love to hear it.
People are dead. I don't know if they're actually dead. Me and Coded have been theorizing on if this one person is this other person, if they're like the same people. It's so weird. And now that I've seen a leak of how Acheron, well, actually, I don't think it's a leak. It's footage of the
Gonna
beta.
be honest, I thought you were talking about our leak.
No.
Yeah, it's not me.
You sure?
Yeah.
I think it could be you.
Leak, are you Firefly?
No. I watched Firefly though.
I was about to say, have you ever been on a Firefly class ship? Was it perhaps called Serenity?
Yeah. I saw the footage of Acheron in the beta or whatever. They put so much animation behind her stuff. It's ridiculous.
Oh, sounds
yeah,
great.
you have. I posted it in the Star Rail chat in Matt's
I'll
Discord.
have a look see at it for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I spoilered
100%.
it so nobody could see it. Yeah, so that's good. I'm waiting for the next patch because I just want to know what's going on. There were some revelations that happened that I'm sitting here like, really? So other than that, did more relink, and then I spread freedom and managed democracy over the past couple of days.
Hell yeah, citizen.
I'm doing my part.
Oh my god.
That game is good and very difficult. It is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear the former. A little surprised to hear the latter, since dying seems to be part of the expectations of the game.
Yeah, I mean that's why they give you so many like reinforcements to throw it down. But I'm surprised you didn't think it was going to be difficult. considering they gave you so many lives.
Well, no, my assumption of this was okay. You're expected to die, so I assumed tactically use those lives. You'll probably be fine.
There's like 10 difficulties in this game.
Oh my god, that's 7 more than I expected.
Yeah. Like when you hop in, you're at difficulty 3, which is like normal or medium or whatever. You do like an operation. You unlock the next difficulty. That's difficulty 4. That's challenging. Then you unlock the next difficulty 5. That's I forget what it's called. I know difficulty 6 is called suicide mission. 7 is called extreme. 8 is called impossible, I think. And I think there's like 1 or 2 more after that. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Hell, even on difficulty 4, it is still it is very hard, very difficult. It is, as I was just watching Starship Troopers before we started podcast or whatever, it is exactly like Starship Troopers. Just down to the very last. I mean, Starship Troopers doesn't have like Terminators in it, but I mean, there's bugs. The bugs are almost like very identical. There's the whole the Federation and the citizenship and stuff like that. So, you can pay for the $60 version to get super citizenship or something like that to Super Earth.
I love how much this game is actually just that.
Yeah. It's like an amalgamation of like a bunch of different games. You know that Family Guy meme on Noah's Ark, all right? Where
yeah.
yeah,
with the elephant and the lion and the donkey and yeah.
There was a meme of that with Helldivers, all right? Where actually I have it right here. It's Deep Rock Galactic, Clone Wars, The Terminator, StarCraft, ODST, Warhammer 40K, Starship Troopers, and just Noah's going, "What the hell is this?" and pointing over at Helldivers 2.
That's so many names I was not expecting to be a part of this. Okay.
It's all of those sandwiched into one game, and it's pretty hilarious. There are some things that I don't super like about it. I really don't like that I have to input the Konami code just to throw down a schematum or whatever the hell they're called. I forget what they're called. You get these things that you can like throw down like orbital strikes or whatever, but you have to hold L1 and then you have to put like up, down, left, right, in that order, or in like other orders, and that's a little difficult to do when when your ass is being eaten by a bunch of bugs or Terminators. So, it's not super great. I also don't like that there's not auto reload. So I hate having to actually press square to reload. I do like that if you do tactical reload, you do waste ammo. So they definitely punish you for tactical reloading.
I mean, that's interesting. Few games do that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like if you haven't ran out of all the ammo in your clip, when you go to swap, you just lose those bullets that you change your mags into. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been having fun spreading freedom and manage democracy. So it's
well
very
done, citizen.
dude. There's so many propaganda ads in the game as well. It's hilarious. Now, there is it does have the free to play monetization within it. There is like a paid battle pass. There is like premium currency and stuff like that. The stuff you can get on the shop with your super credits is all primarily all cosmetic. Like 2 of the pieces on there have like passives on it, but those passives don't even seem very useful at the moment. So yeah, there's that. If you don't like there being like battle passes and stuff like that in a video game. I mean, it's a live service game. It's fun. I only paid
Yeah, it was a
$8 for
live
the game,
service. I
so
expected there to be a metric effect of either cosmetics or an actual storefront. That's
yeah.
like just no longer a surprise nowadays.
Yeah. The price for the premium currency though is actually pretty decent. It takes 1,000 super credits to get the premium battle pass. You get like 700 of that within the actual normal battle pass that you don't even have to pay money for. You just get it by playing. Yeah, you get like 700 of that. So I guess realistically, you would only need to like pay like $3 for the premium battle pass. But the maximum amount of like super credits you can get by paying or whatever, like the one pack or the one big pack, it's like $20 for 2,100, which is actually a pretty decent amount considering you don't really actually have to use your credits for anything other than the battle pass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do love to hear that.
So there is, like I said, there is like a shop, but it has 4 items in it, and 2 of those items have passives that when I was reading the passives didn't really even seem useful at all. So, and they're just like, and honestly, they didn't even look very good. So honestly, you just use your super credits for the premium battle pass, and like it takes 1,000. You can get super credits while you're on a planet. You can just find them on a ground somewhere. So,
Oh,
so you can easily get the 1,000 just by playing the game. So yeah, I think the reason why they didn't have too much that much monetization in it or whatever, the CEO I think came out and said like you have to earn the right to monetization. And I guess that was like a jab at other games doing shitty monetization. Yeah. That is, I think me. I think that's all I played this week.
I mean, that's still a healthy chunk.
Yeah. Kind of.
Mine's pretty simple. I literally just played Relink, I think. Did I play anything else? I want to say that's all I played. My Vayne has a hammer now. Feeling pretty good about that. My EO and my Rackham are terminusless. And that makes me sad, because those are the characters I've put the absolute most time and effort into. But you know what? I'll take 1 out of 3. So he's all decked out. Don't have his sigils, but I looked at them. I'm not in love with Vayne sigils. If I had both of them, I'd probably slap them on, but yeah, it's fine. Other than that, yeah, like genuinely, I've not played the games. I plan to rectify that this week, especially with one of the things that we're going to talk about coming up. I have a demo to play, but that's really been where I'm at. Yeah. Hey, Leek, what you been up to?
I played a few games. Yeah. So when I want to relax while I'm still in the Stardew waiting room, I've been playing Staxel. Yes. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah. I've been waiting for this 1.6 thing.
I've been waiting for this. Oh, you know what?
Really?
I played Persona 3. Forgot about that, but I'm not
Oh, that's true.
Oh, very good. Very good. I haven't. I'd like to one day, but I got too much of a list.
Fair.
Yeah, I've been thinking about playing Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, but I've yet to download it. But yeah, Staxel is very chill. It's like Minecraft without fighting, but like Stardew Valley, kinda, but with blocks, and you can build stuff forever. Hooray! Let's see. I've been playing Monster Hunter. I've been getting through Iceborne like that. I've also been playing Final Fantasy 14, getting through the story. So making headway in that. And of course, I've been doing TTRP.
Of course you have.
Of course I have, yes. I
Where
did
are we at
actually
now?
I made a second character.
Oh joy! Go on.
Have you started
Then.
drug dealing?
No. I just made Silver as a
Oh,
character.
Silver.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So she's a bounty
Yeah,
hunter
yeah.
then, is she,
So
going
she's
around bagging baddies?
no. She's an ex-biker in this one.
Oh, I quite
Oh.
like that.
Well, I
That's
say
very good.
ex-biker. She hasn't got a bike at the moment, but because they don't have one in the game. But she
Oh,
will
so
be
she's an
getting
ex-biker because she can't have one at the moment.
at the
Brilliant.
moment, yeah. But she will get one, and I think I might start a biker gang with her. We'll see.
That's so brilliant. I do love
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
When you call people, do you start off by saying, "I'm not dead"?
Oh, not yet. No. She used to make
Okay.
friends for that.
Too right.
Yeah. So yes, that's it. Really, I think. Let me think. Scanning desktop. Yeah, that's it.
No hidden
Hey.
Persona games for you to bring up?
Nope. Nope.
No, I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that played Persona 3, like original, knows Persona 3 Reload. They added some stuff that's cool. Yeah, it's Persona 3.
good.
It's the greatest Persona of all. So
Yeah, I've heard that story is one of the better ones out of the series.
Yeah, I would certainly say so. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
think that's
it's
like
king.
a hot take or anything.
It's cake. 100%. Yeah. We do have some news this week.
News.
Or some topics. First off, they really could have done that Xbox and that Xbox showcase thing in a in a tweet. It could have been.
Yeah.
Was it that short?
No, they didn't have anything to say. It was just rambling. He linked it to me. I watched it all the way through, and my first reaction coming back to the Discord was, "This could have been a tweet. Like this could have been an inter-office memo." Frankly,
They
they
said a lot of nothing.
Unexpected. Yeah, like exactly. They didn't say anything that was unexpected. No, Xbox is still going to happen. We're still going to be doing our stuff. We're just porting some games that have clearly leaked to other platforms. That's it. And then they just reiterated that in numerous different ways for like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah, and they were talking about. They said something about the next Xbox is going to be the biggest generational leap in console technology,
No,
et cetera,
no.
et cetera.
We have literally already made that leap. Until we go to
they said they're going to make the bigger leap.
Until we go to VR, as a consumer, as a non-industry person, I cannot visualize what you think this leap will actually be. The PS5 loads games immediately. The level
and
of
so does the
quality on
Xbox.
all. Yeah, I wasn't sure though. I don't have an Xbox. The level of quality on all platforms, barring Nintendo, is so high. We have so much processing power. How big could the next leap possibly be? Unless, of course, they mean for developers and not for us. But you wouldn't talk to a bunch of consumers about this if it was meant for devs.
There is a rumor there's going to be the next Xbox is going to be like a $1,200 Xbox.
Well, it's going to be great when no one buys it, huh?
Yeah.
Sony has already proven that we're not willing to pay $600 for a product that is worth $600.
PS3 was definitely not worth $600.
No. So here's the thing: every platform since, I'll say since the PS3 era, not just for Sony, but for all of them, has been worth $600. We're just not willing to buy it. So this is my point. Like, if we're not willing to pay, like, what is for something that is clearly worth that price, just because we're used to being treated better, what on earth are you doing, Xbox? The last time you overstepped your boundaries and tried making a multimedia machine blew up in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're all not multimedia machines. Point is, how you sell something matters. And Xbox knows this best of all. They've done it wrong once, and it really bit them. Sony understood its mistake and never made it again.
Yeah. They didn't even outright deny that other games outside of the 4 that they said They didn't even say that was going to come to like Nintendo or PlayStation. They
Well,
couldn't even outright deny
they can't
that other
actually
games
lie to
will.
us. That would be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, because like even with like Starfield or whatever, he said he's gonna say I'm not gonna say it's not gonna happen or whatever. So like, which means is gonna go ahead and say I guarantee you next year Starfield hits PlayStation.
And it'll be smart to do so. Having that locked to one console clearly isn't the way to go. Microsoft
Yeah.
doesn't have the pull to have that kind of exclusivity. They genuinely lose money, and they've spent a lot of money to have these things. So
Mm-hmm.
why not let them sell on another piece of architecture if you're still getting a good chunk of it?
The biggest issue is that like he kept. They need good exclusives though.
They needed Halo and Starfield to be good, and
And Redfall.
neither of them are what they needed. I mean, Redfall's a new IP. I'm not terrible. I guess technically so is Starfield, but Starfield is, let's be real here. Everyone was expecting Fallout in space, and that's what we got.
Oh, we got worse
Redfall,
Fallout in space.
and I agree with you. But the point, like the idea I'm getting at, is that Redfall is genuinely a new concept for that team. So if they were expecting big things, they're fools, because you should
Mm-hmm.
always expect something new to come with a healthy likelihood of failure. But two sure bets, a Bethesda game doing Bethesda things and not doing anything new, that should be a winner. Halo exists and should be amazing, but 343 has yet to put out a good Halo game. And
Mm-hmm.
Halo has literally not been good since Bungie. Sorry, that's subjective as hell, but it is my opinion. So, sorry, guys.
I don't think Reach went downhill after 343 got their hands on it, but 4 and on has been bad.
Wait, was Reach 343?
Reach was
Reach was
Bungie
Bungie. Yeah.
until 343 got their hands on it. Because
No. I'm talking about new games. Any new game, like 4 and onward.
yeah, but 343 definitely changed a lot of stuff that happened in Reach.
No.
We definitely felt the change as we were playing it.
It's fine. Then I'll give them Reach, but nothing else has been good, which makes me think that they didn't actually have too much say in Reach. Felt like that was probably a job done that they went in and did some fidangling with. Is that the truth? I have no idea, but Halo's 4 and onward make me think that maybe they didn't have as much to do with that game as you're leading me to believe.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's Bungie, but I know after Reach came out, that's when they passed the baton over to 343. So, or that's when Bungie left Microsoft. Yeah. So I mean, Xbox is dead. So I mean, that's just because they're not going to do what they need, what needs to be done, which is focus on making an actual exclusive. They're probably gonna start shipping their stuff over to other consoles. The 4 that are probably that are like guaranteed to be going over right now is Hi-Fi Rush, Pentiment. There was 2 others.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
I can't remember the other 2. But Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment are 2 of the 4 that are definitely going over. The other 2 I don't think are actually out yet. Yeah. But PlayStation's also dead because they've got nothing coming out this year.
True. We've been told to expect nothing to the degree of like a Last of Us or a God of War, and to be fair, that is the bar that Sony has set for themselves. So,
yeah, they've
it's
got
looking to be
nothing
a
coming out.
quiet year.
They've got no AAA title planned between the end of March this year and the end of March next year. So for the entire fiscal year. So yeah.
Huh. Okay.
That's going to be all court. I mean, as other people would have stated, that this is what happens when you have one person trying to focus your entire staff on just doing nothing but live service games, and then having the majority of those live
100%.
service games die.
They've been destroyed because
yeah.
like
Jim
if
Ryan.
they flying Ryan, man, if they hadn't been so gung ho, I mean, I think what was the Last of Us game mode that was meant to come out?
Factions.
Factions, not Firelights. Factions would have been out, and that would have tithed a lot of people over just because of the popularity of The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm. But that got
also
canned.
Yeah. Also, with the release schedule over the last couple years, and I guess this isn't strictly Sony's fault. It's not surprising to see a dry spell now. Like all of their big hitters were firing off rapidly over the last 3 years. So now everyone's on a rest period. And by rest period, I mean everyone got a vacation for 3 months and is now back to making the next thing.
What are you talking about? Everybody got a vacation because they were forced to, because they got all laid off.
Shit. Yeah, there's also that.
Yeah,
I hate that, but you're not wrong.
Fucking, all developers, workrooms are sitting room only.
What's interesting about Sony not having anything coming out this year is that they'll still have plenty of games that do come out. Like all the third-party games are going to be coming out as per usual. Obviously, this year is going to be huge with things like Rise of the Ronin, Dragon's Dogma, 2 games that really should not be coming out on the same day. I'm just saying.
But that's before the end of this fiscal year.
Oh, that is true. I hadn't considered.
I'm specifically referring to April 1st to March April 1st to March.
Oh yeah,
the end of March.
Is there not anything?
There's nothing as per planned at the moment.
Well, no, that's not true. Because I mean, to be a
nothing outrightly planned.
Right, it's nothing first party because we know that Stellar Blade comes out in April, which went from people being kind of iffy on to that is a game that everyone seems to want to play.
Yeah.
I would say the Final Shape was coming out, but I guess that's not true anymore. Sorry, Bungie dropped the ball there.
No, it got delayed. No, it's still coming out.
It got delayed. Delayed to next year? Oh no, sorry.
It got delayed to May. Or May or June.
June, yeah. So okay, Destiny will come out. Obviously, Wukong comes out sometime this year. I believe it's late in the year sometime. It's August. Yes. So there are games that are coming out, right? Like games to be excited about. They're just not first-party Sony games. And this is going to be the same with Xbox and all. Like they've always had games coming out. But when we say like it's a dead year or like Xbox looked really weak this year or Sony's going to be really weak this year, is because there's no first parties. Like they're now splitting revenue with the developers and other consoles. Not great
there's
for
no
Sony.
Spider-Man. There's no.
Sony should have had something planned for this year with the various parties they have. I'm sure the layoffs did not help. I'm sure there's been so many internal delays across every development studio at the moment. So
and the nature of game dev too. There are games that are just projects who just cancelled and they're not mentioned. Like I've worked on a few, sadly, that are like not even announced and they get cancelled.
The thing about a situation like this is if they don't have any first party games coming out, I wonder what the cuts will look like at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Just because they'll feel the need to do it. I mean, we saw Microsoft.
Microsoft what?
We'll never know.
Oh,
we'll never know.
I die. We saw Microsoft lay off a hefty chunk of people earlier this year, or I guess late last year. Whatever, however that works.
Yeah.
And I suspect we'll see a very similar thing with Sony at the end of this year. I think for Sony in particular, that would be dangerous because they don't have Microsoft's deep pockets, and their studios aren't quite as large, despite being currently more prestigious. So, mm, I have some worries about that kind of thought process. What not having a first party game come out means in the long run. But we'll see what they have in store.
Yeah. um, Speaking of third party but exclusive to PlayStation at the moment, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo will be updated tomorrow, or technically today for me, with improvements to the performance mode and the Junon section.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is time. I'm finally going to start it up. I
Yeah,
said I was
same.
going to wait until yes, I was just going to wait until they were finished with it, and they're finished with it. It is time.
Yeah, it'll be out 10, 11, 12. It'll be out 9 a.m. your time. Apparently, the update
Oh, I
will.
won't even be able to tell it. Yeah, I won't even be able to touch it until 4 o'clock. So I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be able to play that tomorrow too. It's good that they're coming out with improvements to the performance mode, because apparently when you put it on performance mode, the game gets very smooth. It looks like, not smooth as in the frame rate is smooth, smooth as in the textures and everything are very smooth.
Ah, okay. So it absolutely does downgrade the graphics for the sake of present. All right. It's a
Yeah.
shame that it had to go that far. I'm happy they ironed. Well, maybe ironing out isn't the right choice of words right now. I'm happy they fixed those issues, because whilst I want a rock solid 60, there is a level of quality I do expect, even with
Yeah.
that.
Now I'm currently going through and watching, because Maximilian is doing a revisit, whatever. But he's doing a revisit of of remake, but he's got his thing set up to where um his stream and the game, or like his game is like 4K, like 120 or something like that, and through stream it's like 4K, like 60. So it's
Hmm.
like
The hell kind
extremely
of black
smooth.
magic is he running?
Dude, he to get the demo, to get the Rebirth demo um to look very, very good, even on performance mode, he like daisy chained three different setups or whatever to his computer, like three different machines to his computer that specifically changed certain things for like the output of his capture card.
Max, you're dabbling in dark magic.
Yeah, he had daisy chained three different machines just to do that. I was like, holy crap. Um, so yeah, it looked really good. Um, so I've been playing. By playing, I mean I've been doing my duty. I've been doing my part in the
Mm-hmm.
universe and spreading
Yep.
freedom and managed democracy,
Yep.
like a citizen should. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it's hard when this game is suffering from the success that it is suffering from. Because let me tell you what, Arrowhead Games probably did not expect.
It did not expect the popularity, no.
I was
It did not
chatting with
expect.
Matthew about this. How long did it take you to actually get into game, Aqua?
First time it took me about 30 minutes. There was a time where it took me like an hour and a half yesterday. Um, Now recently they came out with a patch today that it's been a lot smoother. There's also a pretty easy workaround. If you are playing with friends, when you're at the server is capacity screen, if you just go to your Steam friends list and hit right click join your friend, it'll
Ah,
actually
okay.
bypass that and throw you into their game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's what me and Tara have been doing.
Yeah. Just pray one person gets in. That's it.
Yeah. But it's been a lot smoother getting in anyway today, because they did come out with an update that has made it a little better. There you still get the server's capacity screen or whatever. They're at an all-time peak of 457,649 players. All right. That's a lot of. They did not expect this game
No.
to do that well.
Not to the follow up to a fucking twin stick shooter. They didn't. Goodness gracious.
They were like, the CEO went onto Twitter because somebody was like, somebody was talking about like getting into like playing Helldivers 2 or whatever, but he has no money. CEO was like, I would wait until everything is fixed or until it's much more smoother getting in, because while we are happy with the with the numbers we've gotten and I want to make the maximum amount of profit for this game, it would be heartbreaking if you spent any money that you really didn't have on this game and couldn't get in. The CEO came out and said that on Twitter.
Yeah.
You do love to see someone who is aware of their limitations at the moment. Like, this is truly suffering from success.
Yeah. Right now, there's 343,000 people playing. I want to let you know. So the all-time peak of 457,000 people playing on Steam. All right, this is just Steam. This game is cross-platform. This game has a PS5 version. All right. That is just Steam. Their server capacity, at least yesterday, their server capacity is 450,000.
Oh,
All right.
God.
They can even if they increase the server capacity, there are other issues as to why the instability of trying to get in is the way it is, and it's not just because of capacity. So they can't just increase the capacity for it and it'd be all hunky dory or whatever. There's like a lot of things in the background because it's not a perfectly made game. All right, there are some issues with this game under the hood.
Oh, I'm sure.
But that being said,
it's $40, by the way.
And it's $40.
Can we talk about how ridiculous this is? Pal World was $30, Helldivers is $40. Two of the best received games this year cost less than any AAA release.
Yep.
And all I'm saying is the quality of the game isn't necessarily reflected in the price. It's looking real good for these lightly priced, thoroughly packed.
Relink was $60. All right, that is less than both of those put together.
So. To be fair, okay. So kind of a hot take about that. I feel like that game probably wasn't going to be priced at $60 until they had to restart everything and recoup on funds.
It's side games. It would have been $60.
Oh, would it? Okay, well that's a shame.
Yeah, they're a gotcha game company. They're about making money, man.
I guess so. Fair enough.
Yeah. There was no way in hell that wasn't going to be $60. Even if they didn't have the issue with even more if they didn't have to develop them themselves, because then they would have had to pay platinum for making the game. So yes, of course it was going to be 60.
I mean, let's be real here. Platinum got paid for whatever time they put into it anyway. So
yeah,
like I said, this is funds recouping.
Yeah. But yeah, however, too, suffering from success.
Oh yeah,
in a very good way.
Yes, very positive way.
Yeah. I went ahead and I bought the $20 for super citizenship. All right. Because I'll support them. This game is This game is good. This game, they priced it at $40, and that's respectful. All right. This game definitely could have been priced at $60, in my opinion. There is a lot in this game. But they priced it at $40, which is respectful. So I went ahead and threw them the $20 for the super citizenship. And now I have an arcade machine in my ship that allows me to
Play Helldivers 1?
No, it's called Stratagem Hero. And all it is you have to press the arrow buttons in the order. It's just trying to do the stratagems or whatever for each thing. But you have to do it in a certain in a quicker time limit.
Let's train your muscle memory.
Yeah, it's pretty much a training thing. So yeah, that was good. Um, Now we have a small block of bad news. Um, First we're going to start off with apparently Disco Elysium's standalone expansion is reportedly going to be canceled, if not already, and that a quarter of their staff
Yeah.
will be facing layoffs.
That's rough.
The layoff absolutely freaking sucks. But there's also like on one hand, this also sucks because Disco Elysium was amazing. But on the other hand,
Yes.
the reason why it was amazing, the people that made it amazing already left. So
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
Like the story of this development studio is super happy right up until the point of success, and then it becomes a very sad story very
yeah.
quickly.
yeah,
I'm still not entirely sure of the details on that because at the time of reporting the first major fallout with the company, there was a lot of, well, one side said this, but that's not quite true, and I genuinely don't know what's happening inside there. It's clearly not good though.
no, no. I think it had something to do with the board or whatever.
Yeah,
They wanted something, and then the other people in the company did not, or whatever,
yeah,
and so
board
they just
versus
broke off.
leadership.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um. Yeah. It sucks. It sucks. But I mean, the people that did make it good, they left, and I assume that they're probably working on something else.
Hmm.
Um, and so we will support them instead of just supporting the rest. So, yeah.
Yes.
Following along with their layoffs, while not confirmed, apparently Activision Blizzard is going to be hitting another round of substantial layoffs.
Yeah.
More specifically to their staff at the Cork office in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cork has about 200 workers there. What's interesting about this story is that when you first put it in, I was confused because we heard about this about 3 quarters or like the tail end of last year, and I didn't realize that they hadn't pulled the trigger then because a lot of the Irish workers, or at least people worried about the Irish offices, mentioned they weren't sure about their status. Well, if rumors are to be believed, there's going to be a not so insignificant cut coming, and that's not great. Though at this point, at least it was expected. I hope people were taking those rumors seriously from the end of last year and were setting themselves up for a plan of exit.
We're like coming ever so close to the amount of layoffs that we had last year. This year, I think we're like right on the
Already.
cusp of it.
Yeah.
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 To your
uh,
point,
And it's
though,
February.
to your point, though, technically it's still the last business year, so
yeah, true, true. Um,
just turns out last year never ended, and it still sucks.
yeah.
It still sucks.
Like how 2021 was just 2022, which was just 2020 part 2.
Yeah, yeah. Though the entirety of COVID was just one long horrific,
Year.
horrific
Yeah.
idea.
Um. Last but not least, today we got word that Elden Ring Shadow of the Archer DLC will be having a gameplay reveal tomorrow, as of today, technically today for me, the 21st.
Hmm.
Around what is it? It was like 1500 UST. Yeah, 1500
No, it was. Was it?
UTC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the time of you posting it, it was like 16 hours ago, or like 16 hours from 6 o'clock p.m. my time, which uh
It's
it'll be
tomorrow at
sometime
7, guys.
midday tomorrow. Midday tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I mean it's great. People have been looking forward to this. It's going to be more Elden Ring, so fortunately we know exactly what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, this could have just been a story reveal, and to a small degree, that actually would have been more interesting because that's the one thing we don't know what we're getting.
Mm-hmm. Unless they're
So,
gonna
I
be
mean,
adding
yeah,
in some cool gameplay stuff.
and I'm sure they will. I'm sure there will be like DLC spells and sorceries, all of this, weapons. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm not going to.
Mhm.
I look forward to seeing what we're going to see tomorrow. I enjoyed myself in Elden Ring, and I platinumed that game suspiciously fast for myself. So
I still haven't beat it. I'm still right outside
man,
You should.
Faramazula.
just run through the ending of the Age of Stars. It's the only ending that matters. Fight me.
I mean, I've already done I've already done the prerequisites for Ronnie's ending. So
That is the Age of Stars, correct?
yeah, I've already done the prerequisites where I just need to go through Faramazula and you know
Yeah.
and do the ending of the actual game.
Do the goddamn ending, Aqua.
Yeah. Maybe one day, but there's too many video games, man. Too many video
Pull the
games.
goddamn trigger.
Do you have any
Pull the goddamn-
speculation? Do you have any
Uh,
speculation of what Shadow of the Earth Tree will be about?
Yes, as a matter of fact, the key art for the DLC has been pretty telling, or rather, we assume it to be pretty telling. So there was a pretty important demigod that was absent. Everyone knows about Millennia, Blade of Mikola, who has never
Mhm.
known defeat.
Yeah.
We suspect that the blonde boy on top of what we also suspect to be Torrent in the concept art, or sorry, the key art, is Mikola, and we'll be learning more about the missing god. Now, to what degree? Couldn't tell you. Maybe it could be timey-wimey. They've done it before. Maybe we could see the birth of his Halig tree. Maybe it's after the events of the game and he's trying to get, I don't know, fix the world. Or maybe he's the big bad. That would be a shame, but it wouldn't be the first time we've had to kill a otherwise more or less goodish person in these games.
Mm-hmm.
We're at to fight Millennia 2.0.
Let's just let me solo her.
Yeah. Do you think he'll make a return?
Oh,
God,
yes, yeah.
absolutely.
You better. Let me solo her.
Let me solo her.
Something I also want to bring up, not in regards to Elden Ring, but Wario64 pointed out that Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance was rated in Korea.
Yep.
And supposedly this is a complete version of SMT5 with improvements and additional content. And if they're putting it back out, I can only assume it's coming to more than the Switch. Please don't make me a liar. Please.
Nah, it's just gonna be Switch 2. It's gonna be a Switch 2 launch release.
Aqua, I swear, knock on wood, I swear to God, I'll be so fucking mad. I really liked this. Megami Tensei 3 and 4 are my favorite in the series just because they're the most recent. They feel really good. This one felt really good, except it was on the Switch. I need this to be on PC. Stop.
I don't know what to tell you.
Also,
but,
I just prefer
my mind's
SMT
eye.
to Persona.
My mind's eye is telling me.
Oh my goodness, I hadn't even
Switch 2.
considered that that's a possibility.
Remember, Switch 2 is
I
supposed to come
hate
out
that.
this year, or something like that.
No, just let me have it on a PC. Let me have it on a real platform. Well, I guess that was, this was the bad
Wait,
news
Switch 2
section.
Switch 2 is supposed to be the real platform. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
a real
we'll see
platform.
about that. It's not that I don't believe that Nintendo can make a real platform. I lived through the age of the GameCube, which was every bit as compelling as anything else at the time. I just am also aware they're unwilling to do that again.
It's supposed to be backwards compatible. So,
That doesn't make me feel more confident. That somehow does actually make me feel less confident.
You can play your Switch games on a better hardware.
It would be nice to play Tears of the Kingdom and Xenoblade 3 on a real console. That would be.
You did. You played it on PC.
I could play it on PC. When I well, actually that's not true. I did play Tears of the Kingdom on PC.
I was about to say you played it on PC.
I did. Well, no, I played it on the Switch first. Then I played it on PC.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at all. I was just having issues with the emulation. Full stop. I think Tara mentioned she was able to. I was.
Yeah,
just
she was
not.
able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just running into graphical errors out the wazoo. It genuinely wasn't even worth it. So it would be nice to play that game on a real system. You know, but
Don't
also I don't
worry.
want to pay.
Don't
I don't
worry.
want to pay another $400 to $500 for a Nintendo system.
Don't
Like,
worry.
I'm not as
SMT5 will
anti-Nintendo
be on
as
Game
you,
Pass.
but
It'll be on Game Pass.
oh my goodness,
Because
I would
remember,
be willing to
Atlas
pay
and
for that
Xbox have
game.
some. Atlas and Xbox have this like weird
I
partnership now.
hadn't considered that. I was just going to pay the $60 for the game, probably 70 at this point.
Yeah, it'll just be on Game Pass.
I was just going to do it, but it's going to be on Game Pass. You're absolutely right. Fantastic.
Yeah. How I'm playing Persona 3 Reload on Game Pass. Which, by the way, you need an internet connection to play on Game Pass. By the way, even if you like download the game. So
I guess that makes sense. I hadn't thought about it because it does need to validate that you have a Game
I found out
Pass
that the
thing.
hard way because it kicked me out of my game when I lost connection.
Get
Playing Persona
wrecked.
3.
Oh.
I lost like 2 hours
get
of
all
progress.
The wreck. Yeah, that's awful.
Like
Also,
it worked
really?
for a while after I
Persona
didn't have
has
internet.
no autosave yet. We're still doing the old-fashioned way. Okay.
Yeah, you got to save.
All right. Well, Nua, I'm coming back for you.
Yeah, I mean it worked for a while. But after like an hour and a half or whatever, it tried validating again, and it was like, here, we're gonna kick you out.
Oof. Big old oof.
And I was in the middle of Tartarus, so I couldn't save. So.
Even more oof.
Yeah. But I got back quickly though. So yeah. That's all for news.
Mm-hmm.
What are we playing this week?
Same old, I suspect.
Well, I mean, there is that demo I should probably give a crack at.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo. I didn't actually ever pick it up at launch. I waited because they were kind enough to mention that they were going to run an update on it later on. I've just waited, so I will be picking that up. Well, not picking it up. I'll be playing it. It's been picked up. I'll be playing.
Yeah, I already have it on the PlayStation. So
yeah. Past that, probably you're probably right. Probably same
old. Yeah. I mean, I'll be playing some Persona 3. I'll be playing this Rebirth demo tomorrow, probably tomorrow night. At some point in time, I'll be spreading freedom and manage democracy to the bugs and the robots of the universe. And yeah, I mean, I would say I would be playing Rebirth period, but it doesn't come out until the 29th, and we will have one more episode before then.
We will.
So yeah. Yeah. I've made it this far. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next week for the last episode of February. Damn, we're almost 2 months out. We're almost 2 months done.
Yeah.
Man.
Whoa.
Almost
hell of a year, eh, Tintin?
2/12ths of the way there, man. Yep. Anyway,
all right, y'all.
See you guys.
Be good.
Whee!
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely